Hey guys, so this read is going to be for Sagittarius. I'll start with my oracle cards like I always do and clarify with the tarot. We'll see what messages the universe has in store for you guys today. So universe, what messages do you have for Sagittarius? You got some guidance, some insight, maybe some warnings or some affirmations. What does Sagittarius need to know today? Oh, alrighty, let's see what she's got for you guys. So we have emotional loss. We have the solar plexus chakra, which tends to represent your self-esteem and inner power. Disruption, mental conflict, harmony, patience, truth, fulfillment of wishes, triumph, and the waiting game. So I feel like we're going to be talking about the ending of a relationship and sort of picking up the pieces from there, healing from that, getting back our self-esteem, valuing ourselves again. I feel like the waiting game is speaking to taking that time for self-care and allowing yourself to heal and to process. Then I also got the Four of Swords, and for me the Four of Swords also represents taking time for self-care. I have the Two of Swords here. The Two of Swords can represent trouble making a decision, feeling deadlocked, having trouble seeing the truth in a situation, seeing a path, which way to go. And I feel like it's speaking to that relationship. Like there was a choice that you had to make. So maybe it was you who ended the relationship. I have the Six of Pentacles. To me, the Six of Pentacles represents an even give and take, and I don't think that was the case in this relationship. I think you gave and they took. And you weren't getting enough of what you needed to meet your needs. I also have the Moon, and the Moon can represent things that are still unknown to us, things that had to be found out. So I also have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands can represent feeling overburdened and overwhelmed. And I think that's part of this healing process as well, is these negative feelings can be so overwhelming that they can keep us from moving forward. I have the Temperance card, and the Temperance card to me represents a balance between emotion and logic. And I feel like that's gonna be your way through to the other side. Being able to see that these negative emotions, this hurt, possibly anger from this past relationship, doesn't serve you in any way and actually only holds you back from success in life. And I have the World here. To me, the World card is a good omen. She represents positive things manifesting in your life. She usually talks about those things being a reward of learning a life lesson. So I feel like that's also tying into the fulfillment of wishes here. I feel like once you can process these emotions and then let them go and move forward, the universe is going to be rewarding you, and I think it's helping to set up a solid foundation for your future, in future relationships, just future happiness. I have the Nine of Cups here, and the Nine of Cups represents abundance. And I feel like it speaks to happiness and emotional abundance. I have the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups tends to represent a relationship. And then I also have the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands can represent good news coming soon. So I feel like there will be an opportunity in your future for a new romantic relationship. And I get two very positively aspected cards on either side of them. I have the Sun card, and the Sun card to me is a good omen and also represents positive things manifesting for you. I feel like it's talking about this Two of Cups. It's talking about this future relationship. And then I have the Three of Cups, and the Three of Cups represents happiness and celebration. And I have the Chariot card. The Chariot card can speak to that positive forward progress and persevering. And I think it's talking about this healing journey that you're on. And I feel like this is going to be the reward of that. And coming out the other side, having processed all of this, being able to let it go and move forward is going to allow space for this new relationship to enter your life. I have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands can represent a new beginning. I feel like it's going to be a new life for you, like you're starting a new life here. I have the Two of Wands, which represents choosing a path. I think that's what you're going to be doing with all of this as well. It might just feel like a healing process to you, but because it actually takes you in a different direction than you would otherwise go if you were to choose to sit in this state of feeling the hurt and feeling the anger. It actually changes your path in life. I have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles to me is representing you holding back. And to me it's a warning not to hold back. They sometimes call him the Miser card. A lot of times he can just represent a warning about being greedy or being a miser, a penny pincher. But that's not what he speaks to in this read. In this read, to me, he represents you not holding yourself back. Allowing yourself to put yourself out there again and invest in a new relationship when it does come your way. I have the Death card. And the Death card represents change and transformation, sort of closing the door on one chapter of your life and opening up another. I have the Five of Wands here. Okay, so I have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands can represent conflict. To me, it feels like an inner conflict in this read. I have it sitting next to the King of Swords, and the King of Swords, when he represents a person, some of the traits, depending on what the read is saying, can be sort of cool and unemotional, sometimes sort of turned off, hard to reach. So I feel like this is also speaking to the Four of Pentacles, and as a warning not to close yourself off and be emotionally unavailable. And I think part of that inner conflict is because when you do invest and then it doesn't work out, it hurts a lot. So I think part of you feels like if you just don't invest and then it doesn't work out, the heartbreak won't be as bad. But it also doesn't allow you to grow a new relationship as well. It just sort of ties your hands. It just holds the relationship back and never gives it a fair chance to begin with. I have the Emperor card, and to me the Emperor card speaks of that balance between emotion and logic, and confidence and trust, and trusting your own judgment. To me, this card represents the way you should handle a new relationship, as opposed to being the King of Swords and just holding everything back. It represents being confident in yourself, confident in your abilities to handle whatever comes your way. and comfortable in your own skin. Like, you don't need somebody else to make you happy. You're happy all by yourself, and somebody else coming in will only complement that, but that you don't actually need it to get that. You already have that within yourself. That's what the Emperor card says to me, and I have them sitting next to the Ace of Pentacles, which represents a new beginning. So I feel like it's a new way for you of being in a relationship, and of even of being in this world. So I have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords can speak of feeling trapped, unsure of a direction to take, unsure of a choice, being trapped in negative thoughts and negative emotions, sometimes fear as well, and holding yourself back, stopping yourself from making a choice. It tends to speak of stepping back and looking at your situation with sort of a fresh perspective to be able to find clarity. I think it's also speaking to this line at the bottom as well, because I have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups can represent someone or something from your past coming back into your life, but it can also represent learning lessons from the past. So I feel like it's speaking to learning your lessons, because I have the Page of Swords on one side of it and the Page of Cups on the other. To me, the Page of Swords is echoing the qualities of this King of Swords and your tendency or your inner conflict about holding back, being cool, not investing. And then to me, the Page of Cups is representing the flip side of that, and investing emotionally. So I feel like it's talking to your inner conflict as well, and having trouble finding clarity, and seeing your way through to being able to change those habits. And these last cards speak to the same thing as well. The Hierophant, to me in this read, represents a higher learning and finding that clarity in this situation within yourself. The strength that you gain from that. I feel like the Strength card ties into the Emperor card, and just being confident with who you are as a person, and comfortable in your own skin, and happy within yourself, so that when somebody else comes along, they'll only compliment it. And then I feel like the Wheel of Fortune card is the reward that the universe is going to get you, or going to give you for doing this work, for you getting through to the other side of this, learning those life lessons, doing that healing and moving forward. Because the Wheel of Fortune card tends to represent your fortunes changing for the better. So I feel like there's definitely going to be a reward in this at the end of the day. Alrighty guys, that's what this read said to me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to comment, because I love hearing from you guys. You can like, subscribe if you're not already part of the Tarot Harmony community. We would love to have you. Take care.